Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's do another favorites video, okay? Because I'm really bored right now and I've been compiling a list of favorites for a while now and I thought, let's just do it. Okay, so let me get it's either in here or it's in my other notebook. I think it's in here. Okay. So we have my winter favorites and let's get into it. Okay, the first one we have is, should I have these products with me in my hands? It's fine. Okay, first one, let's do like skin, hair, body, all that stuff. I'm going to start with the Salt Hair Body Oil and I have the vanilla, is it like sea salt or something? It's the vanilla one and I've been using it for a couple weeks now. I love it so much. It makes me like so excited to shower because I put it on while my skin is still wet and it's just so, I talked about it in another video. It's so like, it's not greasy. It smells great. I always like get a whiff of it like on my almost like my shoulder area because it's closest to my nose and I just really love it. So yeah, I've been using that every day. Also for the price and for how much product you get, like I've been using it every single day and there's only like this much gone. And I do 4 pumps. I do 8 pumps every time. Like 4 for my arms, 4 for my legs every day. And there's still like barely a dent in it. So I think it was $25. I think that's a really great price for something that's like feels luxurious, but you're not gonna like break the bank. It's a good investment because it's gonna last you a while. So I'm very happy with that purchase. The next one we have is the Comme des Garçons Monocle Yoyogi perfume. I've been wanting this for months, you guys. If you follow my channel, you know how much I've talked about this perfume. I finally got it. I bought it for myself. I was going to ask for it for Christmas, but I couldn't wait. I was so impatient. And I bought it for myself. I love it so much. And on the topic of fragrances, I think I might be getting another one of my favorite fragrances for Christmas. Fingers crossed. I think I'm gonna get the Born to Stand Out Dirty Rice, which even though I love the Yoyogi perfume so much, I do think that the Dirty Rice is like, if I had a signature scent, it would be that one. I'm so obsessed with that one. I had the like 50 milliliter, no, it wasn't even 50, it was like 25 milliliters. I had that bottle for a while and it was expensive. It's an expensive perfume. So I wasn't gonna plan on buying it for myself. I wasn't even gonna ask for it for Christmas. I just mentioned it to my boyfriend and he's like, do you want that? And I was like, yeah, but it's like, it's kind of pricey. And he was just like, you know, it's Christmas. So I don't know if I get it. I hope I get it. That's all I'm going to say. I hope I get it. I did send him a link. So let's just hope that we get it. But both of those, like, I can kind of go back and forth between both of those scents. Right now, the Yoyogi one is all I have. So, because I ran out of the other one. And I've just been loving it. I feel like I smell so good lately. And I kind of want to like bring it with me in my purse. The scent lasts, but it doesn't last like, I'm not one of those people that sprays myself 30 times. Okay, I'm pretty conservative about that. And I think it is because I don't want to run out too soon. So I'm kind of like a 3 spritz, like 1 on the neck, 2 on the wrist kind of girl. And sometimes I just want it to be like wafting like I don't want to assault anybody, but I want there to be like a bubble around me. You know what I mean? And for some, it's like very close to the skin. And I want to be like I have this friend who I work with, shout out Jordan. She's in one of these vlogs. When she passes me by in the hallway, her scent like lingers, and I will smell it even when she's gone for like a while. And like I aspire to be on that level. So like I'm thinking maybe I should just keep it in my purse and like I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Next we have some food items, okay? I have been on a major turkey sandwich kick lately. I've been eating them like every single day. I finally started buying turkey from the grocery store. I'll get it either at the deli or they have like the pre-packaged, but it's not like the kind that you get in the meat refrigerator aisle. It's kind of at the front of the store, and it's like they packaged it that morning. So it's still fresh and it is kind of pricey, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely pricier than like getting Oscar Mayer like deli fresh or whatever it's called. But to me it's worth it because I don't like pre-packaged meats like that. I have an issue with those. If you like those, that's awesome. But I don't. So I'm very, very like particular about like especially turkey, and I need to know that it was like freshly cut. So I've been loving that. I think it's called like the Dietz what? Hold on, let me look. Dietz and Watson. That's the brand. Okay. So I'll just have that on a one piece of bread, or if I want to have a bigger sandwich, I'll do 2 pieces with a little yellow mustard, sometimes some pepperoncinis. It's not a big thing. It's very simple and it's delicious. Like I don't need cheese. I don't need those things that kind of weigh you down. Like I want the turkey to be the main thing, you know? I want it, and I don't want it to be too heavy. That's why I don't like using 2 pieces of bread. Like when I bite into it, I don't want it to be bread forward. I want it to be really turkey forward, if that makes sense. So been loving those. Then for other food related items, I've been making my iced lattes at home. This one is, I've been using the Cafe Bustelo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Little espresso packets. And I just use some almond milk, and then this has some pistachio creamer in it. Sometimes I feel like very adventurous and I'll get something like that because I do like a pistachio latte when I get it from another place. I don't like this pistachio creamer very much, and I wish I would have gotten my normal creamer because I can't, this tastes horrible in hot coffee, and I do have hot coffee in the morning. So I'm definitely not gonna like repurchase this creamer. I always get the sweet Italian sweet cream creamer from Lucerne. That's my go-to. But just in general, I've been loving making coffee. I also have some, I got some like to-go cups, and I've just been really happy to make lattes at home. I can take them on the go with me. I can take them to work. It's just really convenient. Okay, let's move on to some media stuff. I might have to make a separate video for this because I didn't really write down my favorite books and stuff like that, but I do have a few video and short films. So I wrote down Excision, which is a short film I found on YouTube. I actually saw a video of it on TikTok, and I think I've heard of this movie before, the short film version. It's about a teenage girl who's kind of neglected by her family, and her younger sister has some sort of like disease or something where her lungs are failing or something. She has to get a new lung. And so everyone is like very obviously giving her younger sister a lot of attention, and she's now become obsessed with like anatomy and stuff like that, and she wants like medical device stuff, you know, like she's asking her mom for like a graduation gift, and the mom is like, absolutely not. But anyways, I don't want to give away what happens in the movie. It's like 10 minutes. It's a really good short film. And the whole time I was like, where is this girl from? I recognize her face. She was in Grey's Anatomy. She was I think one of the interns when Joe and that group of interns came in. It's so weird talking about Grey's Anatomy because the fact that that show is still on, and I don't know a single character on that show right now because I haven't watched it in like 10 years. But this character was on the show towards the end of when I was watching it. So, anyways, moving on. I love the channel Hometown Journal on YouTube. And I just watched one with an artist named Joanna Dumet or Dumay. And I really love that video. And there's just like, every time I watch those videos, it's always like following an artist. And you see like their studio and kind of their day-to-day practices, and it's just like a really nice way to get a little hit of inspiration and also just like be in awe of these artists and their lives and their workspaces. I love seeing into like a studio or workspace of an artist, and I really liked this video in particular. So yeah, I'm gonna come back with like book stuff, but for now, okay, everyone, this is part 2 of my my favorites of winter so far. I don't know why I had to leave you last time because I was getting kind of intimidated, like, to talk about the books I read because I wasn't sure if I could like promptly or I don't know, like go into them, because I'm kind of like weird about books. Even if I really like them and they really stick with me, it's hard to talk about them when I'm not reading them, and I don't know what that's about. But the 2 books that I read that I really liked this month, and I did finish Force Majeure. That's definitely not on this favorites video, okay? Like, the ending of that book was so atrocious, so offensive, so vile and disgusting. I don't know what to say. Like, and I had already known that it was going to end like that, or I'd heard something about how it was going to end, and I don't even want to tell you guys. Just don't read it, okay? I'd saw something, spoiled myself, and I was like, I was kind of like, oh my god, I thought this was like a tame book for him. Like, and I have read another book of his that was not as grotesque. What is he called? Profane. The Chrysanthemum Palace was not that bad, but so I was like, okay, whatever. And then once I got to the end of the book, I was like, I don't see how this is gonna happen. I only have like 5 pages. It literally happens like second to last page of the book. But anyways, that's not on my favorites. What is on my favorites is The Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. I've already talked about that book. I just really loved it. I loved being in that little world. I love hearing about or reading about people loving their jobs, especially a job like that where, you know, the whole world is telling you that you need to find something with more value. And I mean, I've already talked about like how beautiful these kind of jobs can be and how like enriching they can be. And yeah, so I really loved that book. Also, I read Brown's Requiem by James Ellroy. It was this Hollywood neo-noir mystery book where he's like a private eye. A lot of twists and turns. I'm really into these mystery books right now, so if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. I'm waiting on his book, The Black Dahlia, from the library, but it's been like weeks. I don't know who's hoarding that book from the LA Public Library, but you need to finish up and return it. Thank you. So those are the two books that were my favorites recently. I also just want to show you this dragon's egg. This I found at the Little Free Library. First, I'll show you what's inside. Is this beautiful dragon. And it's a really good like fidget, because it's very like, it's a lot of joints. But then I want to show you what it looks like with the lights off. Hold on. Let me put her back in her shell, or her egg, I suppose. Can you see? I don't know if you can see because there's another light on, but it glows in the dark. I don't know. I just noticed it. I've had it for days now, and I just noticed earlier today that it glows in the dark. So I was really excited. Okay, a couple more things. I watched the movie May. I saw a video recently kind of like deconstructing or talking about this movie. Let me look up the director of this movie. He's got a fun name. Lucky McKee. This is a 2003 film, indie film, starring... I don't really have to tell you who's starring in the movie. It's really irrelevant. The point is, I've noticed a theme in the last... So I talked about the movie Excision, which is about like body parts. May is about body parts. Not really, but like... and then I was just watching Frankenstein earlier tonight. Again, this whole thing of like, May is very much similar to Frankenstein. I mean, she literally creates her own person out of her own, kind of the living embodiment of this doll that she's had since she was a child, of different parts of people, and she's really obsessed with different like specific parts on a person's body, and she really kind of like compartmentalizes people because she doesn't really have a good relationship to like other people in general. She doesn't really know how to connect, and really all she wants is for someone to see her. And it's really sad. It's one of those movies where it makes me just really sad at the end, because I'm like, if she could have just found connection and found a way to feel that connection, it wouldn't have turned out that way. And so yeah, I really loved that movie too. And it's just like, it is very interesting that I've watched these 3 films that all have to literally do like whatever the main theme of the film is. All 3 of these movies involve taking pieces of a person to like complete a whole, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is just interesting. But yeah, that's my favorites, you guys. That is my favorites. Also, I don't think I mentioned him in the last favorites video. I don't think he was part of my life. But I do have this beautiful elephant. He doesn't really have a name. We kind of call him Dumbo. I love his ear because it's kind of like, it's got some sort of like plastic inside the ear or something. It's kind of crunchy. But anyways, I have to finish Frankenstein because I was not wanting to watch that movie. And it's not a favorite. But I did get close enough to the end where now I'm like, I need to finish it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Definitely want to do more of these like sit down and chat videos. I am like kind of working on a vlog right now, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm just kind of rambling again. Bye.